Alright, how's it going guys? Vinny Chris 12 here. So today I want to make a quick informational video for you guys because a lot of people ask me in the comments what kind of steel should I get. And there's a couple different answers to that. I mean, in general people just say high carbon steel, but then a lot of people want like the fancy names like, do you want me to get 1080 or D2? And so mainly what I use, if you guys haven't noticed, is I use random chunks of metal. Like something like this, or I'll use this to make a knife for a tool. But how do I know that this is good metal? And that's the main thing I want to show you today, is how can you guys find random scrap metal and determine whether it's good or bad metal to use for a knife. Now there's three main things I do. The first thing is you just gotta feel it, you know? Be one with the metal. Which doesn't usually work too well, but I mean, there's a lot of times you can just pick up metal and feel the density of it. Railroad spikes are a great example of that. You can just feel a railroad spike for the first time ever or after you make a knife out of one, and you just know it's good metal to make a knife. The second thing is the look, how metal looks. Usually stuff like railroad spikes and higher carbon steel like this is actually a, I don't know what you'd call it. It's a fastener for a shipping crate, and this, I don't know what it is. It's like a cannonball. But there's just a certain look to them that you can tell that there's a difference between these and between stainless steel or aluminum or galvanized steel or mild steel, because those all have their own look compared to these. And then the last thing is actually a test. So if you're not good at just looking at metal or feeling metal, there's the third test, which is the carbon. I don't know what this is actually called. Third test we're just going to call the spark test, because that's actually a good thing to call it. Because essentially what you do is, by the amount of sparks that come off of steel when grinding it, you can tell if it's high carbon or low carbon. I have D2 steel, which is an alloy steel, so it's composed of some carbon steel and something else. I don't know the exact specifics, but I know it's not very high carbon, and I hardly get a spark off of that, and I'm not going to lie, I don't like to use it for knives. I've only bought it once. I decided I'm not going to buy it again. Railroad spikes, however, that will give you a tremendous amount of sparks. So instead of just telling you guys, I'm just going to show you guys a couple different samples and bring you in closer. Okay, so I slipped on a pair of goggles. I'm going to start with this piece. This is actually a really old cutout of a mild steel blank I made, and I never finished it because I started using higher metals. Do get a pretty decent amount of sparks there, not anything too significant. Next we're going to move, let's do, this is a lawnmower blade, and there's two kinds of lawnmower blades you can get. You can get really good lawnmower blades or really bad lawnmower blades. Some lawnmower blades are like an alloy, and they'll only have the good metal right here on the blade, and then the rest of it will just be not very good metal for knife making. So I'm going to take a sample here and then take a sample here. That's significantly higher. So you can already tell that is a lot more sparks than the mild steel. And out of all the knives I've made from lawnmower blades, I still have some of them today, and they are crazy good, and I love lawnmower blades. They make really great machetes and really great knives. Next we'll do the railroad spike, because I know that this one's really high carbon steel. That one was actually a little bit lower than the lawnmower blade, it looked like. So that was kind of interesting. This, I don't know how much this is going to spark. I was told this was good tool steel because they come from crates, but I don't really know. So that's why we're doing this one as one of the last ones. Sort of unknown. So I would bet that this is pretty close to the exact same thing as the railroad spike in composition, because it sparked pretty close to the same. And last time I'm going to turn off and on my bench grinders for this cannonball thing, because I have no clue about this one. And I'm excited. And that was probably the most sparks we've seen. So anyway, there is a significant difference. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something, and I hope it will help you be a better knife maker and blacksmith or toolsmith, whatever you are. But like I said, I hope you learned something, and if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. You can also check me out on Twitter and Instagram for frequent updates and some funny stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video.